Right, turn 4 USA. Let's see what we can do here. We're going to leave the cabinet the same again. Okay, education, GDP are maxed out. Health is on the increase. Poverty has gone down. Crime is starting to rise again. Unemployment stubbornly high. National sports stars gagged by foreign power. How do we stop that? Rare earth crisis is coming back again. We want to try and stop that. Budget surplus is great. Global economy is in deep recession. Government's got 92% popularity. Debt is continuing to fall. Fantastic. Corruption is at 0. Good. Rare earth metal mining we can't boost anymore. Space program though. You know. That might actually make it even worse though. Health tax credits though. We wanted to sort this out last time, but the big problem that we have with that is state health service is nowhere near where it needs to be. So, in our first turn, how about we boost that? So we can get it up to serious illness only from all major operations, but it's going to cost us dearly. Like an extra, what, 80, 90, nearly an extra 90 billion. But we could cut the health tax credits. The poor will like it, health will improve, tired will like it, unemployment will go down, which has been stubbornly high, private healthcare will take a massive hit, obesity slight knock on her. Let's do it. State health service isn't popular at the moment, but you will learn to love the NHS, I am sure. So, let's apply that. And if we can get rid of health tax credits in the same turn, that would be great. And we can, just about. Even though it's very popular with voters. That will contribute towards our state health funding. Reduce our bureaucracy. See where we're at. Factory farming law, set tougher standards, protect them, protect the animals. Import tariffs, yeah, but we need a 110 billion surplus, 93% popularity, global economy is in deep recessions, we are doing fab on that front, all things considered. Debt's down to 23 trillion, debt interest keeps on falling, fantastic. Social media addiction, we clamped down that last time, we might need to clamp down on it even more to sort out our addiction problem, which is impacting everything negatively. If we go on to total ban territory, we can get rid of it and then reduce it, can't we? Don't like banning things, but needs must. Pollution is insane. Do need to start looking at our expenditure on state healthcare should be rising. Yeah, okay, so it's up there, it's rising bit by bit up to its maximum, so I have to keep an eye, not think that we've still got that surplus. Rural development grants, okay, levelling up for the USA, I guess. Right, it's all looking okay. Respiratory diseases is a problem. Pollution is a problem. Is there anything we can do? How much political? We've only got 9 political capital left. It's kind of interesting to see what we can do, isn't it? We can reduce oil demand and support the environment, but we really need more power to be able to do that, so we'll continue on to the next turn. Freedom of information, propose it. You need the Freedom of Information Act. Reduce corruption. Media monopoly is over. Finally in our 4th term, media monopoly is over. The plurality of media is increasing, the concentration of media in the hands of a few large companies is coming to an end. No more just Fox News. Real estate bubble is turning away from it slightly, so hopefully it carries on. Popularity 99%, budget of 68.86 billion in surplus. Economy's in deep recession, so we're doing really well to protect that surplus and keep on paying down the debt, which is reducing our debt interest. We've got our AAA rating to keep interest rates low. Hopefully when the global economy picks up, that will become a lot more peachy. Ban second home ownership would kind of help with our problem of housing real estate bubble, but it's not very popular. The State Health Service is increasing expenditure all the time, so we want to be careful about increasing too much other expenditure. Science funding is at the max to give us that edge. Small business grants is at the max, boosting GDP. What can we tinker with here? The intelligence services upgrade was a good thing. Nuclear weapons. Controversial, but let's leave it where it is at the moment. We really want to decrease the thingamajig. What was it? The policy burden, the bureaucracy. Now we could spur on electric car transition by raising tax, but we do have to worry about tax evasion then, which is never a good situation to be in. Still wouldn't affect GDP at that rate, would reduce car usage and increase the transition to electric cars. And the petrol tax is weirdly quite popular with voters. So let's see if that can help boost the economy, give us a bit more for health. Because it is really low at the moment, to be fair. 22%, so that'd raise virtually an extra like 12 billion. Give the voters some of what they want. Let's go with it. Fab. Technology colleges, we've got the max. Ban tobacco is a weird one. We're taxing it. Let's get rid of it. We've got enough, let's get rid of it. Bureaucracy. Send bureaucracy down, it's stubbornly high. Demand from donor. Punitive tax on superstores. It's like 50-50 popular. Reduce car usage. But it damaged GDP. I'm sorry, I'm going to refuse that. Scott Morales, Transport Secretary, not happy. Flash crash. Gridlock is now over. Fantastic. Social media addiction is over. Gig economy is taking off again. Ugh. Polls would report we get 100%. Economy's in deep recession. Where's our surplus though? Our surplus is 47 billion. We could ease back on social media regulation, couldn't we? Which kind of would help. Income is not as great because of changes to the global economy, but hopefully that will pick back up. At least we're not borrowing and borrowing and borrowing more. We're still managing to pay off even though the global economy has tanked. Other. Oh. Thought that would give us a list of other policies. That would have been helpful. Road building is not popular, but it does reduce traffic congestion. Do we need as much road building now, though? Oh, traffic congestion is kind of on the up. Because the economy's improving. There must be some other nonsense we can get rid of. Citizenship for sale is a travesty, I think. If it's really popular, spend it to more. It would increase corruption. Would boost GDP a bit. Well, it would make it fairer, and if it's really popular, let's expand it. Let's get some more income from it while it's popular, I guess. Foreign aid is quite low, but quite popular as well. Internet crime spiked, plummeted, and it's going up again. Witness protection program helps with violent crime. State health service is now up to the maximum spend we set. It's obliterating private healthcare. We don't want to ban crypto, do we? That's a bit extreme. Frequent flyer tax, hybrid cars initiative would help the environment, electric car transition, reduce oil demand, which is going down, 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 down. Micro generation grants would reduce CO2 emissions, which are dropping. Let's go for it. Let's go for a bit of micro energy. Now we're increasing bureaucracy, but it's really popular with people. Doesn't cost us an awful lot. See where that puts us. Ban e-scooters. Don't ban them, just bring in regulation if needed. Okay, because we... Natalie Chavez, Secretary of State, still thinking, should we stay, should we go? New major party donor, yes. Cyclones are imminent unless we act, but they are going down. Tonight's headline, armed forces are in a shocking state, but we're 100% popular. Global economy's in deep recession. We've still got a small surplus. At least we're not borrowing more. Debt interest 7.6% of our expenditure now, which is good. Helping us fund the health service. This is good. Stability. We're at max stability. Obesity. Stubbornly high. Stubbornly high. One way to tackle that is through the state health service. But if we do this, we're going to be racking up a load of debt. We would kill off private healthcare, reduce unemployment massively. Let's not change that at the moment. Which is rising again. We're still seeing the effects of that filter through. Maybe before we can solve bureaucracy, we need a bit more bureaucracy. Tax shelters. Would reduce equality, reduce foreign relations, but give us a technological advantage, which we've got already. Would boost GDP, which to be fair is kind of at the max. So probably not worth the potential blowback from that. Crypto taxation. Hey, you know what? You know what? I know it's not popular, but as more thing goes towards crypto, the adoption comes up, we need to seriously think about that. And I think, even though it's not popular, now is the time. Crypto taxation, 38% to start off with. Let's put it in, see where we're at. Oh dear, ministerial resignation, transport. Who wants to step up to transport? Come on in, Julie Torres. We need a bit more gender balances. That's good. Health is going down. GDP is going up. Surplus 74.64 billion, which is great. Rare earth metal crisis. We're teetering on again. 97% popularity. Global economy's in recession, but it's perking up a little bit. Debt. Debt, debt, debt. We're doing good on debt. Hammering it down. Ban coal would help massively with respiratory disease, which is affecting productivity. Should we ban coal? Would negatively affect GDP. Carbon capture and storage would be really popular, as well as really expensive. Punitive tax on superstores is still a bit marmite with the public. Climate change adoption fund. Congestion charging, not popular. Pollution is a big problem. Reforestation. Can we not plant 200 million trees a year instead? That would be better. So we don't want to clamp down on population GDP. Car usage maybe. High-speed rail subsidies is at the maximum. Telecommuting, maximum. Subsidised school buses is popular. Let's shove it up to maximum, shall we? Get a bit more bus usage in there. But not a lot more money. Fuel efficiency standards are maxed out. Biofuel subsidies are really popular. Help reduce our oil demand, but it does increase fuel price, so I'm a bit loath to change that. Clean fuel subsidy is already maxed out. Cycling campaign is maxed. Bicycle subsidies maxed. Ban low MPG cars would be good for the environment. There's so many things we could do if we're able to. Reduce respiratory disease with new car subsidies. Get old cars off the road, but it would increase car usage but reduce CO2 emissions at the same time. Boost GDP. Really popular. Let's go. Want to keep popularity up. Slightly helps us on the respiratory situation, which is good. See where we're at. Hopefully the global economy picking up will boost our surplus. Spouse scandal. Thank you. Gridlock again. Need to work out how to solve that. New major party donor, fantastic. Surplus has stayed pretty same. 96% popularity. Global economy's in recession. Health is going down, which is a big problem with pollution now. We're kind of got it off the top, but we're just scratching the surface here. We need to focus on transport. Car emission limits, they are popular. Would reduce car usage. Congestion charging, not at all popular. Electric cars initiative would really help the environment. Free bus passes. That fuels the generational wealth gap. Let's go with car emissions limits. Let's max them up. Let's get over to electric as fast as we can. Electric cars initiative could cost us a lot, but could save us a lot. Shield us from any oil crises. We're going to ban gas-powered cars. Or do we just... Let's leave it at taxes at the moment. Let's leave it there. We don't want to go too radical too fast. End life recycling law. Oh, pass the law so that we're not filling up landfill. Definitely. Definitely. Cyclones. We're kind of levelling off at the stop trigger, which is good, I guess. Tonight's headlines: car emissions limits, wrecking their once thriving business. I'm sorry. It's progress, 94%, 47 billion surplus still. Okay, debt is not tumbling as fast as it was, but it's going in the right direction. Income. Do we boost income tax to protect the environment? could raise an extra... $667, we could raise like an extra 60 billion a quarter by putting it up to where it was with not too many negative effects. Let's do it. Ha ha ha, we got it back. Carbon capture and storage, we could then invest in that. Hybrid cars initiative would increase car usage though. Should we spend a bit more on roads to try and ease traffic congestion? It's a tough decision. Bus lanes would help. Bus usage, not that popular. Bus subsidies. Right to privacy is popular, but stamp out racism week would be good. Hybrid cars initiative. If we can get everybody changed over, it does mainly help the wealthy. Let's see where we're at after that income tax hike. Cluster bomb ban, absolutely. Reversal of income tax, they're not liking it, flip-flopping. Secretary of State is tired. Luddite riots because of technology and automation. Budget has 109.59 billion surplus each quarter, which is great. 92% of the vote. We're getting more members signing up. Global economy is in recession, but we are staving that off. Luddite riots, well, we can't have more automation tax because it's at the maximum. And we've got 29 political capital, which is pretty high, to be honest. Unemployment, still stubbornly high, isn't it? Ban low MPG cars. Reduce car usage as well. Let's go for it now, we can do it. Ban them. We'll be able to get rid of petrol tax soon because it will make us nothing with all these radical transport policy changes. Huge hurricane. Hurricanes, something we have to deal with in America, but I wish they wouldn't happen all this time. We need to protect the environment. Real estate bubble. We're just ticking along there. Hopefully we don't get a real estate bubble. 108.70 billion surplus. 91% of the vote. An extra 6 million members nearly. Fantastic. Debt coming down. This debt mountain is insane to try and get rid of. I mean, come on. Least debt interest, we've dropped that by over 10 billion a quarter, which is fantastic. Obesity. We could afford to spend more on the state health service now, which is now our third biggest expenditure. If we had an extra 200 billion, it would be great. We could add 50 billion. State Health Service is now at 73% popularity with voters. They've never had one before, well, not an expansive one like the NHS. And the more they get it, the more they're liking it. It would also help us tackle obesity if we put it up to the max, but we literally are going to struggle to afford that at the moment. Tax, a carbon tax would really help reduce CO2 emissions, but would damage GDP. Religious tax, interesting. Financial transactions tax might, yeah, I was going to say, might help us reduce those flash crashes we've been having. Ooh. So many decisions, so many ways we could go. State energy company would increase productivity as well as corruption, reduce poverty. Capitalists wouldn't like it. Unemployment would go down though. State energy, anybody? State telecoms? Productivity at 84%, so we could do with a boost that. Unemployment at 45%, so we could do with reducing that. It's not at all popular, is it though? That's the problem with some of these things, they're just not at all popular. And some things which are insanely expensive for the benefit they deliver. Healthcare vouchers, we shouldn't need them anymore. Human cloning. State rail company. All these state-owned things aren't that popular, but maybe we need to do one thing at a time. State health service is getting more popular. Do we capitalise on that now and boost it? Which could have a massive effect on unemployment and massive boost on health, which is needed. Let's plug it up by another 50 billion, I'd say, as it's getting more popular now. Further reduce private healthcare, reduce unemployment another 5%, increase health, help the poor. Let's do it. Gonna cost us a fortune. Everybody's hating internet crime. We've tried to battle that for ages, haven't we? It's been driven by technology, but we like technology. Right to die is really popular. Reduce healthcare demand, reduce population, increase compassion. People have been asking for it. Multiple doctors agreement, I think. For now, people have been asking for it, so let's do it. So decriminalise. Gender neutral restrooms, require them. Liberal and youth love that. Import tariffs, they're here to stay. 79.35 billion surplus, 89% of the vote. Economy's in recession, the global economy that is. Debt continues to tumble, just not fast enough for my liking, I'm afraid. State health services still increasing there, so we want to be careful to not overdo it. Petrol tax is plummeting all the time. Be able to get rid of that in the end. Gridlock, stubbornly high. Pollution is dropping a lot though, which is good from the 100% high. Hopefully that continues in the right direction, and then respiratory diseases will hopefully, they are heading in the right direction. Obesity is on the up still. Need to funnel more into public health, definitely. Is there anything we can reduce? Electric cars initiative, well that can end up going, can't it, once we've made the change. Clean energy subsidies. It's making the environmentalists happy. Reducing CO2 emissions, which we still need at the moment. Technology grants really popular and are maxed out. Ban coal. State Energy Company, it's getting more popular. Now that I've seen what happens with the State Health Service, I think they're like, this could work. This could be the way forward. Bus subsidies would reduce unemployment and reduce traffic congestion, which is ridiculous. Let's do it. Share the wealth a bit. Massively increases commuters, bus usage skyrockets, unemployment drops a bit. Let's go with that and see where we're at. Ban animal testing. Ban it. 92% popularity. Luddite riots are on the horizon of. Global economy's in recession. 47 billion surplus. Some of these things are really hard to tackle, aren't they? Prisoner voting would increase democracy. Staying away from all those archaic ones. Legalise sex work. Interestingly, it's a bit 50-50. It would reduce crime though. Would increase gender equality and increase GDP. Let's go with it. Fully legalise it. So it's not going to disappear even if it's illegal. Conservatives hate it, GDP gets a boost, so's liberalism, religious hate it, crime goes down though, gender equality up, tourism up. Natalie Chavez, she's still tired, she's been tired for a long time. Porn stars accused me of having an affair with them. Great. It never happened. Real estate bubble, we're hovering near 92% popularity. Budget surplus of 52.48 billion. The global economy is doing okay. Debt's going down. State Health Service, we're now second biggest expenditure on it. Private healthcare is disappearing in America. Who'd have thought that was ever gonna happen? What should we do? The Luddite riots are kind of concerning. Could offset that with something like universal basic income. It's not that popular at the moment, it would cost an awful lot. The economy. Could boost investment, couldn't we? State Energy Company. State telecoms, tax shelters are really popular. Would boost GDP and technological advantage, but they're all really high. We've kind of ruled that out before, haven't we? Let's just carry on. Let's see where we're at. We need some of the higher political capital policies now. We've picked off most, if not all, of the low-hanging fruit. Let's approve the ban. Let's protect ourselves. Campaign speeches. We're approaching the election now. Shocking state of the armed force. I know once we pay off this debt we can look at that again. 92% of the vote, 55 billion surplus. This debt mountain is going to take about 50,000 terms to pay off, I think. Policy ideas. International Fusion Research Project. Boost energy efficiency, boost technology, but to be fair, technology we are maxed at. So might not be the best for us. Compulsory work for the unemployed would be really popular. Cap CEO multiplier pay. Oh, a Mars program. Workers on boards. Tax. Public services. Stem cell research would be an interesting one to help increase health, wouldn't it? Force, like the whole idea of forcing things. Anti-corruption agency, no one wants it, probably because there's no corruption, to be fair. Gambling. We don't have gambling at the moment. Interesting. Very popular with the voters, let's go with it. No stakes limit, no restrictions. No stakes limit. Would boost GDP a bit. Reduce unemployment. Capitalists and tourism would increase. Fab. Corporate manslaughter. Pass the law. We need to protect people at work. Campaign speeches. Rare earth crisis is imminent. It's turning up again. 93% of the vote. Currently have 180 million members. Largest party by a mile. Global economy is doing okay. We've got a budget surplus of 60.73 billion. State health service. How popular is that at the moment? Same popularity. We could boost it a bit more. We've just gone mad on bureaucracy. Punitive wealth tax, not that popular. Punitive tax on superstars, more popular. Plastics tax. Everybody wants. Would negatively affect GDP, but that is like maxed out. Plastics tax would help the environment as well. Very popular with the voters. Let's max it then. GDP takes a bit of a hit, but we're at 100%. Everyone pays about $300 more a year. It seems fair enough. Tax. Plastic bag tax is going to make us nothing, so we banned them. Packaging tax, again, is really popular. We want to be kinda careful not to kind of force tax evasion as a situation on everyone again. But it could boost the state health service even more, couldn't it? And it's popular, they want it. Let's go with it. Packaging tax. $255 income a year. Helps the environment, which we do need to actually start tackling properly. And so they don't feel like we're just savaging them, let's increase health spending a bit more to reinvest some of that money. So serious illness only, we're going to some prevention. And that's going to cost us like 35 billion of that extra money. Seems fair enough. Private healthcare will take another massive hit. Unemployment will go down. Health will go up again. Socialism will increase. Let's do it. Right, where are we at now? Demand from donor, childcare provision. Will help with gender equality, but will cost us a fortune. I think we're going to have to say no at the moment. Sorry, national team exits the World Cup, not a surprise. Manifesto promises, nah. Real estate bubble, still there. 101.4 billion surplus this quarter, 95% popularity with the voters. Fab. We've massively increased our income and expenditure in the country, hopefully. Well, as we've seen, a lot of positive social effects, which is good. State pensions are considered quite low. Got an ageing population. Debt is still on the down, which is good. So that extra tax helping us to increase health is certainly helping. We've raised up to 189 billion, but we're actually spending 183 at the moment, so it's rising quite fast. So, should we boost it even more? And go from some prevention to excellent health. No, we can go to like... Yeah, we can go to excellent health provision. And NHS in the USA would obliterate private healthcare. It would start clamping down on obesity, massively down on unemployment. Retired will love it, health will increase, but that would cost us an extra 90 billion, so we're pretty much spending all of our surplus. But it's very popular with the voters. Let's do it, so we can start tackling some of these massive social ills. We've got an NHS in America. Private healthcare will be all but obliterated. Obesity will start dropping. Excellent health provision. Let's do it. Become our biggest expenditure. The junk food tax would help with obesity as well. Would increase health. Let's go with the junk food tax. 46%. Take a chunk out of it, but youth won't like it. See. Health. You can't have wealth without health. Right, election results. So we've pretty much set up the NHS in America. Let's see what they think of that. Activist boost slightly less than last time, but spending boost is more. Let's see whether they've taken it. Do the USA, the people of the USA, want an NHS? Let's see. Haha. Okay, a lot more non-voters this time. Republicans are getting a bit of a boost. So we've dropped in popularity. We've still got 88% majority because 36% aren't bothering to vote anymore. Smaller parties are still in the wilderness. Republicans have gained a couple of percent. We've dropped quite a few votes, but we're still massively in control. We've got the majority of some groups, but motorists, trade unionists, religious groups, conservatives, we've lost quite a lot from some groups, which is why we've got a massive effect. But people are nearly living twice as long. Crime's gone. Electric car transition and productivity up 60%. I mean, governments would be loving looking at these figures. Health is up 50%. Private healthcare has dropped massively. GDP still up. Violent crime down. Human development up. This is great. Technology is still up. And a lot of these we've seen before. Bus usage, massive change this term. Other things haven't really changed. Corruption's gone down to next to nothing, which is probably why no one wants an anti-corruption agency. Equality's creeping up a bit more. Unemployment's still heading down a little bit more. Poverty's decreasing. Illegal immigration down. Inflation is coming up a bit. Okay, but everything else is pretty much the same. Most fanatical voter, David Smith, is approval of 100%. Least fanatical voter, Christine Anderson, is at 41%, which isn't too bad. And we continue our row down to liberalism. It's saying we're 100% liberal, 100% capitalist now. Interesting. We'll have to see if we stay there. So, that's the end of term 4. We've won a term 5. Can we keep this going? The NHS is set up in America. Woohoo! Health before wealth, because you can't have one without the other. So, let's leave it there, and we'll see where term 5 takes us. See if we can get some of these apathetic voters back on board. See you later.